Okay, so this is our question. I'm going to copy it and I go to a Microsoft Word document and go down, 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 up. I come here and it's too big, yeah? To get smaller. Yeah, so this is our question here. Uh, just find what's that? 18, huh? Put 18. Okay, this is a network. This is a IP. 192.168.70 slash 26. Anytime you have an IP, it comes with a subnet mask. Remember, the subnet mask is a number to identify. For example, if you have a number, cell phone number 081-565-2210, is it a cell C number, a telecom, Vodacom, MTN? We don't know. So that slash will identify, will help us to know that that network, that cell phone number belongs to telecom or something. So it will be 081-565-2210 slash Vodacom or slash cell C. So the subnet mask is a number to allow us to know this IP belongs to which network. Okay, so when you have such IP, let me make sure that is recorded. Yeah. When you have such IP, the question is in which network it belongs to. And in that network, find the first valid host we can assign to a PC or to a device. Last valid host, broadcast. Also, the last question that I'll show you today, in that network, how many hosts are there? Or in each network, in each network, how many hosts are there? So when you have a question like that, no panic, find the guidance. Guidance says, step number 1, identify the class. So this one is a class C. Remember last time we did find the ranges and the range of classes. Let me check if I can still find it for you. So I'll get it ready for you. I'll put everything nicely on a PDF and send to you. We did that for IP. We have class A, B, and C. And how to identify a class is a class A because of the range. If it's a class A, is this range. For class C, this is the range. If the first block here is here, for example, the first block 68, it falls here. So it's a class A. This one, 199, it falls in this range. So it's a class C. So it's very important for you guys to know this range. So it's a class C. Now for a class C, identify the default subnet mask for class C. It's something we did also. The default subnet mask for class C is /24 subnet mask. I'll send it to you also. The default subnet mask per class, something you should know, is /24. Why we say /24? It means we have 24 ones. Each block is 8 bits. So here we have 8 ones, 8 ones, 8 ones. It's 24 ones. That's why it's /24. If you convert everything here in decimal, is 255.255.255.0. So the default subnet mask for class C is /24. So here is, you put it slash, let me put it bold. Yeah, slash, what is it? Slash 24. Now, find the number of bits borrowed. So in our question here, it shows slash 26. But our default is slash 24. It means I borrowed 2 bits, 2 extra. So 26 minus 24 is equal to 2 bits borrowed. So here, for 24, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this one is slash 24. Slash 24. This is the value. We have 24 ones. But now in our questions, we see slash 26. If you say slash 26, it means we have 26 ones. We have our 24. Now we add one more, 25 and 26. You see, it means we did add 2 more, or we did borrow 2 more from somewhere. You see, that's why here, step number 3, find the number of bit borrowed. You do 26 minus 24, 2 bit. I did borrow 2 bit, or I did add 2 extra bit. So now, to find 2 bit, to find the number of smaller networks, the formula from here, 2 to the number, 2 to the power of bit borrowed. Formula is 2 to the power of bits borrowed. Borrowed. So 2 to the power of 2 is 2 times 2 equals 4. For smaller networks. Find the number of smaller networks. You use your formula. You take your formula and you do that. And 2 to the power of bit borrowed. I did borrow 2 bits from here. You see, I did borrow these 2 bits, so 2 to the power of 2 is 4. I have 4 smaller networks. I have 4 smaller networks. Now I need to write them down. Let me find, write these smaller networks from the magic number. So if I need to write these smaller networks, this is how it is. You go back to your questions. Because it's class C, the first 3 blocks will never change. So you copy, you put it here. No, we say we have 4, né? So this is the first one, second one, third one, fourth one. We are still okay. Let me put question number 5 down here. Yeah, you see. No, you see, because we say we have 4 smaller network. We have 4 smaller networks. We have 4 smaller networks. Or we get, no, we get 4 smaller networks. Now, step number 5, write these smaller networks. So to write them, we say we have 4. We have, these are these 4 for now. See, so you go to your questions, you take the first 3 blocks, because this one will represent the network section. It here. These are my 4 networks. Now I need to complete them because 1 block, 2, 3. I need to find the last one, the last number. Always the last one start with 0. Right? Always the last one start with 0. I'm going to put in red also. You see, oh, start with 0. Now, how am I going to find the remaining ones? To find the remaining ones, we need to find something called the magic number. How to find the magic number that will help us to find the other networks. To find the magic number, you do your table. Insert your table. Insert table. So this video that I'm going to post for you, and the PDF I'll send to you tomorrow, just do it many times. It's exactly the same thing we do many times. I'm going to repeat the same thing. 1 to 8. And also on Saturday, we continue the same thing. 16, 8, 4, 2. So for those who log on late, we say that Saturday we meet at Cape Town Science Center from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. To do a lot of labs. We're going to do the conversions, to do the subnetting and other revisions. We're going to do practical, how to configure a switch with the physical equipment, how to configure a router. So it's very nice. If you're struggling or any issues, it's that day. Because after this one, we'll be maybe meeting end of April again for in-person technical sessions. So please, please, please come Saturday. And also week 3 of March, no class because I'm not available. I have something that we'll be busy with. So week 3, no class. Send you for you to be submitted. Also use that time to do your chapter exams, your revisions, chapter exams, watch your videos, do your assignment. And we're going to resume the 4th week. So next week we have class Tuesday and Thursday. So how to find the magic number? The magic number is a number that will allow us to find any other number to add. So how to find it? You do your table. Then you see we say /26. /26 now. We borrowed 2. So this number you put in your table, 1, 1, and all zeros. So I'm going to copy it here for you. I'll copy here, everything here. I'll put it under here. See, you see /26. So this one you put in your table. 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And you take the last one on your right. So you see the last one on your right is this one, 64. It means 64 is our magic number. What does it mean? It means I'm going to use 64 to find any other numbers. The first, always the first number, the first network end with 0. The second one will be 0 plus the magic number, 0 plus 64. See? This one to find the third one, the second one plus 64. So anything will be plus 64, plus 64, plus 64. You see? So 64 plus 64, 128. 128 plus 64, actually 192. So be careful. I must take a calculator to make sure that you see. This is how we find all our 4 smaller networks by using the magic number. Question number 6. From each smaller network, find the first valid host, last host, and broadcast. So I'm going to take all of them here. I'll bring to question number 6. And okay, number 6, I'm going to put it down. You see? So from here, I need to find the last valid host, the first valid host, or the first IP I can assign to a PC, the last IP address I can assign to a PC, and a broadcast to communicate to anyone. So this one you remove, you put it here. So to find them, it's very easy, as I did in the first. No. So to find the first valid host, you do the network, you see here, +1. So you copy it, you put it here, you see, 1, +1. So to find the last valid, to find the broadcast, let me put it nice for you. To find the broadcast IP, you do the next network -1. So it will be 64 minus 1 will be 63. And to find the last valid host, we do the broadcast -1. 62. So I'm going to put everything nice, neat for you. Oh, nope. And I'm going to remove the spacing. How to do that? Yeah. I'm going to put everything, not bold. Yeah, like that. So you see, so this is how it works. So when you have a network, to find the first valid host or the first IP address I can assign to a PC, you do the network 0 plus 1. To find the broadcast, you do the next network -1, 63. And to find the last valid host, you do the broadcast -1, 62. This is how it works. Now, I want someone to tell me for second network. For here, I want someone to tell me the answer for. So if I'm dealing with this network, what will be the value of the first host? Any volunteer?
It will be 65
Why?
because we take 64 plus 1 and then we find
Very good. So
65.
64, very good. 64, so the network plus 1, 65. Very good. Now, how to find the broadcast?
So the broadcast, it's gonna
Mhm.
be 128 minus 1.
Very good. So you do the next
It's gonna
network
be
-1, yeah.
127.
Very good. Now, how to find the last valid host?
Then for the last value host, it's gonna be 127 minus also one. Mhm.
Yes, minus 1. Very good. 126. Very good. You see, this is how it works. It means, for example, for finance department, this is a range of IP I can assign to the employees PCs. Uh, for marketing department, this is a range of IP I can assign to the PCs, to the employees PCs. So in a network, department per department, each PC has a number. So according to that number, we know if you belong to finance, marketing, sales, IT, management, and all this stuff. Let's do the third one here. What will be your answers? What will be your answer for the first valid?
So, sir, can I please that one also ask the question? Don't make
Sorry?
noise. So, I mean, I'm trying to say that can I please ask a question and also try to
Yes.
answer this one?
Okay,
Okay.
no problem. Mhm.
So, what I'm trying to understand here is that first host one you are adding to find
Yes.
the answer there, and then the last two you are minusing, but you are minusing from the the board one from the last one. That's where you have to find the last one. You need to minus from the board one. You don't touch the
Yes.
first one. So that's how it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the answer for
Yes.
the first one is 128 plus 1, which is 129. And then,
Very good.
so
This one
yeah,
plus one. Yes. Mhm.
yeah. And then we're going to
Mhm.
skip. We don't have to do, in order for us to do the middle one, the last host, we must first find the value of both, the board one. So it's going to
Yes.
be 192 minus 1.
Very good.
And then now,
You
since
see?
we have now, yeah, so
Mm.
since we have now 191, because we have found the value of board one, so we are now going
Mhm.
to deduct the last row. So it's going to be 191 minus 1. So it's going to be 190.
Very good.
Okay.
Yes. Good. Thank you very much. You see? So this is how it works. So I can say you are almost done of with your CCNA training. This is the most difficult part. In fact, it's not difficult just because it's new, but the more you do, the more you practice, you watch your videos, you do the same thing many times also. So this is so now we have our question. Which is our question here? 192 from this IP in which networks sorry it belongs to. We have 192.168.170.111. So 111 falls where? Uh, Let me copy it. So question number 7. No, no. Okay, before that, in fact, we don't have any other question. Okay. So 111, it falls in which section? So where you can see the last one can be.
So it
So
falls on the first one.
111, do you think it can fall here? Because here is 170.1 and
Mm.
until 162. So do you think here you can find 111?
Yes, I think the first one.
Mm-mm.
Maybe this
See here, sorry?
the second one.
You have a second one because here, if you take this network, it starts
Yeah,
with 65
65.
and it
Mm,
ends with 126. So
mm,
it means
Yes, yes.
111 is somewhere here.
mm.
You see? So, and so what does it mean first host, last host? It means here and assign dot 65, 66, 67, 69, 71 till 126. You have a lot of these. Assign this to. So 111 should be somewhere around here in this group. Now you can say that that IP belongs to this network. For example, you go in a company and we show you a IP address and we ask you this IP address belong to which department. So it's something like that. So this IP, if you see 111, you say, okay, 111 falls in this category. So it belongs to this department, maybe marketing or whatever. So the answer of our question here, this one belongs to the network. This, this that's the answer to the question. Remember, this one is equal in decimal to um, so you see slash 26. If you convert everything in decimal, remember we did that. If you convert everything, all ones in decimal 255, you convert everything in decimal, it will be 255, 255. And here, because I took 1 and 1, you see, it means I took this and this. It will be 192. Remember the conversion that we did? So when you say you can also say like that in decimal. So in IT, a IP never comes alone. It comes with a subnet mask. The subnet mask will allow us to see each. So you can either do the binary slash 26, it means 26 ones, convert all binaries this. This is That's why when you have a router and we need to configure S01, you open your router, tap enable to view. Last time I did explain to view all your ports on a router, you tap show IP interface brief to view show IP interface brief. Yeah, okay. Okay, let me tap everything for you. Show IP interface brief. So this command, show IP interface brief, is a command you type to view all your interfaces that you have on your switch or on your router. Show IP interface brief. Now, if we ask us to configure serial 010, configure terminal interface S0/1/0 IP address, we'll be doing that on Saturday, IP address 192.168. Let's say 170.111. You see, when you add a IP address, it always comes with a subnet mask 255, 255, 255.192. You see, there is something wrong here. You see here, I made something wrong here. So I'm going to put it back again. 170. That's, oh, no, that's 111. We'll be doing that many times, so no worries. Then no shutdown to switch off, to switch on the interface, to bring it to live. So anytime we're going to configure IP address on a router, you go to the interface first, make sure you have the correct name of the interface. So in the global config mode, you go to the interface, then you type IP address. The address that will be given to you will tell you, I'll tell you, hi guys, assign this IP to the interface with that subnet mask. Always it comes with a subnet mask. You see. Then no shutdown. It means switch on, power on that interface, bring it to life, make it ready to communicate with anyone else. See. This is why we are doing what we are doing, to configure IP addresses. So all IT guys, this is our best friend, IP addresses, to identify all our equipment, to assign them, to play around with them. So I can say normally we are done. I'll send the recording tomorrow morning, but there is the last question. Find the number of hosts per smaller network. So the formula is 2 to the power of remaining bits minus 2 equal. So this is the formula to find number of hosts. So to find the number of network, so we have two formulas. To find the number of smaller networks, we do 2 to the power of bit borrowed. So if you borrow 2, 1, 2, 2 to the power of 2. If you borrow 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 to the power of 4. Now, if you take 2 here, you borrow 1 and 2. You borrow 2 bits. It will be 2 to the power of 2 bit borrowed. So if I take 2, how many remaining? 6. Because each block is 8 bits, 8 numbers. If I take 2, the remaining will be 6. That's why we come here to find the host. 2 to the power of remaining bit. In our case, 2 to the power of 6, because 6 bit remaining, minus 2 equal, you take your, so if you say 2 to the power of 6 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, it's 6 times. 2 to the power of 6, 2 times 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see. Minus 2. So you take your card, you clear everything. 2 to the power of 6. Oh, sorry. You see, that's why it's good to clear. 2 to the power of 6, 64. Yeah. Now 64 minus 2, it means 62. So your answer is, per smaller network, we get 62 hosts. What does it mean? If you have your default subnet mask, you have only one big office. Uh, If you have you see, if you have your smaller network, your default subnet mask, it means I have only one big office. As soon as you start borrowing extra, instead of /24, you have /25, 26, 27, 28. As soon as you start borrowing or adding more, it means I have divided my big office in smaller offices. How many smaller offices? You have your formula. Now, per smaller office, how many PCs I can put there? How many PCs I can put in each smaller office? I can put here, smaller 62 PCs, maximum 62 PCs, according to the question. You see, that's all. So I can say that you know your stuff now. Identify the class, identify the default subnet mask, find the number of bit borrowed, find the number of smaller networks, write these smaller networks from the magic number. From each smaller network, find the first valid host, last valid host we broadcast, and find the number of hosts per smaller network. And at the end, don't forget your questions, in which networks it belongs to. Okay. This one belongs to which networks. Also, /26, you can also convert in decimal. So all these things you should do. Oh, I even forgot /88. Write your answer from your questions. We answered this one. Okay, let's keep it short. I'll save the recording, send it to you. I'll make a nice PDF for you with all these things, and I'll send it to you. So, any questions? If no questions, then I'm going to stop the recording. I stop the recording.